in my life is that when you go through a lot of pain, a lot of traumas, a lot of repressed emotional energy from your childhood, is that your life is not going well. You wake up, you're not feeling well. First, that we need to clear those dense energies so that we can manifest what we desire. And what we don't get is that when we demand something from the universe, like I want, let's say, 10k months or something, the first thing that is going to happen is that you're going to have the worst month if you have a lot of things to heal.
Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we have a special guest, Angela Sudzukovic. She's my friend and she's an amazing person, amazing soul, and she's working on a mission helping people to heal their inner child and to recognize like the inner wounds from the past, from maybe the patterns from their parents or their ancestors, to find like the deepest potential that we all have within, but we somehow can't find the access to it, or we can't recognize it because like we are lost in the pain or lost in the traumas from the past. So Angela today will explain a little bit how we can get deeper into these wounds, how we can heal ourselves, and what could be the easiest or the most practical way to heal ourselves and to walk the path of the soul so we can like manifest our dream life and we can experience our life in full potentials. And maybe there will be many different things we will talk about, so we will flow a little bit through the conversation. And because it's something new for this channel, I want you to welcome Angela here and let's see where we will go with it. So welcome, Angela.
Thank you so
much.
much.
To have you here.
I'm also happy to be here with you today, and I'm looking forward to tell you guys my story and why I have chosen to be the inner child healing coach. So I've been through a lot. My life was never easy. I had like parents who were fighting, and then my mother left me when I was 3. My father died when I was 9, but before that I had a lot of abuse from him in emotional and psychological way. A little bit of physical beating, but not so much, and then he died when I was 9, and I never got a chance to get the love of the father that I wanted to get so hardly. And then I was meeting mother again, like reunion, and it was a shock to me because it was a whole new experience. So when I was 9, my life flipped upside down, and also then there was 9 more years of hell living with a mother who was depressed and turning to alcohol as the way of soothing herself and her traumas. And what I've seen in my life is that when you go through a lot of pain, a lot of traumas, a lot of repressed emotional energy from your childhood, is that your life is not going well. You wake up, you're not feeling well. Some people don't even know what is their purpose, what would they love to do, what they would love to explore, because we get so blocked with this dense energy that are left in our bodies from trauma or repressed emotional energy and our upbringing. So the channel that we have got somehow blocked. Not somehow, it's vibration, it's energy. So dense vibrations and slow vibrations from the past are in your system, and your light and energy can't flow through you freely. So you're experiencing a lot of setbacks, let's say, like that in your life. I know many stories of I wanted to manifest this or that and it's not working, this manifestation is bullshit, or it's a la-la story, la-la land. Manifestation is not bullshit, but for us who have been through a lot, it's not working in a way that we desire upon something and then we get it. For us, it's first that we need to clear those dense energies so that we can manifest what we desire. And what we don't get is that when we demand something from the universe, like I want, let's say, 10k months or something, the first thing that is going to happen is that you're going to have the worst month if you have a lot of things to heal. So you're going to be like, oh my god, what is this? I wanted 10k and now I'm having the worst month. But actually what's going on and what we don't know is that the universe is telling you indirectly, hey, I'm giving you your 10k months, But first you need to look at what you are manifesting right now. And what you're manifesting right now is the reflection of how much you need to heal.
Yeah.
So whether it's trauma or limiting beliefs,
Yeah.
maybe you're the person who hasn't got through a lot of beating, yelling, traumas, but maybe your parents were telling you all the time, somewhere along the lines, that money doesn't grow on trees, or that the money is hard to get, or something. So you were absorbing those stories, and now you have those limiting beliefs that maybe you need to work so much harder, or that money will never come easy to you, or that rich people are evil people, or something, let's say like that. And then you are not manifesting what you desire, you're manifesting what you already have inside of you. But this is the perfect opportunity, because when you don't get what you wanted, you will have emotions, you will have everything on the surface, and that's the perfect opportunity to heal that thing, and then wish again upon the universe, I want 10k months, maybe it will be 3k months.
Yeah.
3k month, and you will be like, okay, I'm progressing. It was very bad month, now it's 3k month, and then you do the healing, like let me see why I manifested on 3k, and you heal those energies, wounds, pains, you release them, you clean yourself, and then you wish upon the universe again, I want 10k months. And then you have 7k month, and you're like, ooh, something is happening now, but there is still something to be healed for you to get to the 10k. And after healing and processing and clearing, you're going to get what you want. And that's how the manifestation works, especially for us who have been through a lot.
Yeah. So it's so beautiful, like everything around us is reflecting our inner state, right? So you think it's more important to clear our mindset, or to go deeply into emotions?
For me, it's both ways.
Yeah.
We need to make this synergy of everything.
Uh-huh.
So it is working with the mind, with the thoughts, working with the body, because they come together.
Yeah.
If you only work on your thoughts, let's say positive thinking and manifestation and different beliefs, they will be working because you are doing something. But after some time, your body will bring up the energy that is in the body, and those emotions will change your positive thoughts. You will be repeating, I don't know, I'm confident. You will be feeling a little bit more of confidence, but after some time, it will be, I'm the worst piece of shit on this earth. And then you're like, oh my God, this is not working. I'm repeating these mantras and beliefs, and nothing is working. And it's not working because there is the body that needs to let go of the energies that are causing those thoughts. But at the same time, if you're only working on releasing the energies and not importing new beliefs, new beautiful thoughts and new things, it is like a loop.
Yeah.
You're releasing, but you're not importing anything new, so it comes back to you again release, and you release, and you're in a loop of all the time releasing something, but not importing new plants, new beliefs, new seeds. So we need to start working with the both ways. Inside out from the body to release the energies and everything that is blocking us, and then from the outside in to import beautiful new thoughts, new beliefs and new ways. So it is really working with the mind and body, and then the soul comes in as the Holy Trinity. The soul can finally shine through you, and through your mind and through your body and through everything. So that's how I see how things work.
It's so beautiful, because we can find many people like listening affirmations. Affirmations are so well known right now, and many people are listening their affirmations, but they can't find them to work. Like, they're not kind of effective. They are effective on the mind, but still they're not changing their emotional state, right? So what would you suggest to go deeper into emotions? Like, for example, I can see in comments people are going through relationships, or maybe relationships are falling apart, or there's something happened with their parents or something like that, and they've experienced those fears or anger or frustration, and those are the emotions which we can't change with the mind, right? Or we can't outthink them. So what would be like your practical way to go deeper to resolve or to unlock those emotions so you can open the channel again?
So the first thing is connecting with the body. You need to be connected to the body, and there is one very simple exercise that you can start doing from today. you simply lay down, or it is the best to lay down, but you can sit down as well, like in meditation. And what you start doing is making it conscious of what's happening in the body, because emotions are energy in motion.
Yes.
So the first exercise, so that you can start connecting to your body, is like you lay down for 15 minutes and you'll start saying, okay, what now I feel now? Like I feel the tingles in my feet. I feel a little bit of heaviness in my solar plexus. I feel a little bit of sharpness in my heart. So you start saying to yourself which vibrations,
What do you feel?
what do you feel in your body?
Yeah.
And when you say it out loud, I feel sharpness in my chest, you now have the attention on that sharpness, you're giving it attention. And then what you do is that with your consciousness, you're like surrounding this sharpness with curiosity. So you're not touching it, you're not changing it with positive thoughts or whatever tools.
Yeah.
You're there with it, you feel your sharpness. And then after some time, when you get to know the sharpness, you can ask sharpness some questions. Why are you here? I feel, you will get the answer always. Maybe the sharpness will say, I'm here because you haven't honored your boundaries. And now I don't feel well inside of me. And then what you can do as well is with your consciousness, you can go inside of that sharpness and see, are you going to find some memories, some experiences, voices, and then you start exploring yourself. You start being in the body, you start exploring the energies in the body. This is like the first thing to do. There are some other techniques that I do and work with my clients, but right now I can't show them here because maybe I will do more harm than good. Because it's a little bit complicated, but you do have techniques and tools to go. I experimented with many practitioners. I tried the spiral process. I tried these clearings of your emotions. And there are many tools. I use some tools with my clients and they are so effective. So what we do is, like, when we want to manifest something or to have some experience and it's not working, it's a perfect opportunity to go in that pain and to really take it outside of the body, to take this energy outside of the body. So yeah, some of the techniques are only for my clients.
Yeah. So for everyone who is interested to know more about Angela and to know more about what she's doing, you can find on Instagram, I will post the link in the description. You can find her on Inner Child Healing, right, on Instagram. So you can contact her and you can ask her for whatever.
Feel free.
Yes.
Feel free to do it. But also it's interesting that you mentioned relationships.
Yeah.
And I would really love to give you my input on relationships and my journey with relationships. So when you grow up in environments that are not so good for you, you usually replicate the relationships from your parents, how your parents treated you, and also you want to have relationship. You will have a relationship based on the belief you created about yourself when you were a child. So if you created the belief, I'm not worthy of love, you will all the time attract people who are showing you that you do have the belief, I'm not worthy of love. But some people don't recognize this and they get lost in relationships. They think that there's something wrong with them. Why always have the same person over and over again in different bodies? It is because we need to heal something, and it's the same as manifestation, what I said with 10K months. You wish upon, I want a partner, but you really need to be clear in your saying, because the universe is really wanting to see that you want something. And then what will happen is that the universe will send you the relationship that will show you, as you said, what's your inner state. So in the beginning, I was all the time attracting narcissistic, manipulative people. And when I got down into the work, why I'm doing this, it was because of my father. And it was father wound coming up over and over and over and over again. And I was releasing and healing and releasing and healing. And it was a progress from, let's say, 4-month relationship with abuser to 2 months relationship with a narcissist, to relationship where I only assumed that the guy, I mean dating, it was not a relationship, where I was assuming that the guy is a manipulator, so I left after 1 month. So you see that there is the progress. And now when I heal the father wound, there is no more of these types of relationships, but now I'm all the time attracting people who are awakening my mother wound and my abandonment wound and all the wounds that were created by my mother. But also I can see that clearings that I'm doing with my body and everything are much less intense now, and everything's like moving faster and quicker, and I go through those relationships faster and quicker. So now I can wish upon universe again, like, okay, let me see if I'm healed enough, or just send me this next person so they can see what else I need to heal. And then after you heal enough, when you get your body to the frequency of that ideal partner, universe will send you this partner.
Yeah.
So manifestation and healing goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it's all connected, and it's so powerful, like, because many people wish that things would happen immediately, and not just immediately. Things should be perfect. Like, people are visualizing, I want to have that dream partner, and then that dream partner is not a dream partner, but actually a teacher who needs to teach you what is within you, right? And that is so amazing, because if we just learn to become so aware that we can recognize that we are not ready to manifest that partner or that abundance or that whatever until we recognize what we need to heal within.
I remember one girl when we were talking, and she said to me, oh, Angela, I wanted to manifest a partner, and I manifested the worst thing ever, and I'm never going to manifest that thing again. And I'm like, no, the worst thing that you manifested, as you said, it was your teacher to show you what you believe about yourself, what you have inside of yourself that is not resolved. And then when you resolve it, you get the better version of next partner. But it depends on how much healing you need to do. For some people, manifestation is happening instantly. And usually it's people who have been growing up in beautiful homes where there were not much stress, where there is not much of this residual repressed emotional energy. And I really need to talk about this right now, because this repressed emotional energy, it's all over the world. It's how our world functions. So if you remember yourself, maybe you had experiences of stop crying, or I'm going to give you a reason to cry, or there is no reason for you to be afraid of this, or I don't know, don't be angry, you're a girl. So if you're a girl and you get angry as a child, we said energy in motion. This energy starts going through you, and they tell you, no, you're a girl, don't be angry, and you suppress your anger. But as we said, it's energy in motion, but now it's energy not in motion, but it's stuck energy. And this stuck energy, what we need to now allow ourselves to let go of, to process it through the body with different techniques, approaches and ways, and then we can have a different way of life, because we are changing our whole vibration of our whole being.
So everything which is stuck within us is affecting on our way of vibration, like how we are vibrating, how we are attracting things. So how are the wounds connected with stored energy? It's actually the same thing, probably.
Yeah, it's the same thing, because emotions, if you only have stuck emotions, it's a less of work to be done. If you've gone through trauma, there's a lot of work to be done. Because trauma is like a flood of energy that happened in a moment. You were overwhelmed with something. That's why it's traumatizing. And you didn't have tools to know what to do with that energy. So all this energy now is inside of you, and we call it wounds. And when you start healing, then you can explore your wounds, and then you release the energy and you change your vibration. But it really takes time. For people who went through trauma, it really takes time, because it really is for our body to come back to normal, and then from normal to that we can start growing. That's for the people who went through trauma. We really need to come from minus something to zero, and then when you come to zero and you really learn why are you so under some influence of something inside of you, and you really heal your nerves and your nervous system, and you change your brain, because trauma is changing your brain with neuroplasticity, with meditations and some tools. When you bring your brain back to normal, that's why I'm saying we are going from minus something to zero to when we heal. And then people who went through trauma, they can start growing. And I always say to all of you who've been through trauma, we are late bloomers, but that's okay. It's okay if you're a late bloomer, because we need to heal and then to start growing.
So what about people which don't know that they are in certain pain or in certain trauma or in maybe depression? Some people don't even or maybe are not aware enough to recognize that there is maybe something wrong, and they can see it because their manifestations are constantly reaffirming them that something is probably wrong, like relationships are repeating the same as you said before. So are there maybe any signs that people are in deep traumas or in deep pain? Or
So if I remember myself,
yeah,
if you met me, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, you would run away from me
yeah,
because my body and everything was so like agitated, and everything was so like, I was so like hypersensitive. So even if you say something to me, I would be reacting instantly and consciously. And when you have many unconscious moments, you can see that something is like taking over you.
yeah,
And I would literally feel that it was not me. Like I would yell at you and say something like, ah, and then I would calm down and I would be like, oh my God, what happened to me? But it was your nervous system that was triggered by something, and this part of you that is deeply wounded came outside, acted out, and it came back in.
Completely unconsciously.
Yes, and for some people to recognize if they have been through a lot of trauma, maybe they have addictions, maybe they have depressions, very high anxiety. So they're literally having a lot of, let's say, mental health issues and problems. I had many of them, and I can tell you that we can work through everything. We are really resilient beings, and the first thing is to know what's happening to you.
Yeah.
If you know that you are having a trigger and that you are now having the flashbacks, that you have PTSD or complex PTSD, and that you don't feel good for those moments, if you know why is this happening to you, it's much easier than if you don't know why you're having flashbacks now and you can't get yourself outside of this agitated state of being. It's harder. So it's really now about educating people on trauma, on this repressed emotional energy and everything that is, because when you know what's happening to you, it's much easier, and then you can start taking action to really heal yourself and to live the better life. And what I'm seeing over and over and over and over again, that we have lost the touch with happiness, with joy, with creativity, with spontaneity, playfulness, all that things that we are born to be. Human beings were not born to work 9 to 5 every day. If you look back into what they did in tribes, they were dancing, playing, having fun, creating, and that's our true nature. So yeah, we slowly need to heal ourselves so that we can come back to that true nature. It's there inside of you, it's buried inside of you. But there is so many energies above that, many layers, that now you lost the touch. Some people even lost touch with enthusiasm and will for life. That's already the depression. But what I'm seeing in my clients is that when you put this energy outside of the body, over time, slowly, the depression is disappearing, and there is like a moment of joy. So I had many times in my sessions, the client is like crying and releasing, and then suddenly she's like laughing and crying at the same time, and then they are shocked, like, what happened to me? Why I was crying in deep pain, and now I had the moment of like laughter. And I'm like, it's the first time for you to touch your joy after so much time. I'm now getting teary. When you see that someone who was in so much like depression and slow energy and heavy life, when they touch this joy and happiness, even if it was for like 30 seconds of laughing, they change. And the last session, one of my clients, she was like, I'm glowing, look at my skin, what did you do to me? And I'm like, I did nothing to you. I just helped you to release that heavy energy, and now the good energy can be like the sun rays coming through the clouds, you know, like
that's it. And
you feel it, and then when you taste it, you want to heal even more. You want to get going and to really be healing yourself, because you know that there is like infinite potential of happiness, joy, love, everything inside of you. And when you taste it for a moment, you then get the will to really heal. And I really want to see this in many, many people in this world, because we all deserve it.
And it's so beautiful. Like right now we are talking about it, and I can feel her passion about it, and I can sense like how you are living that mission. And probably for anyone who is like experiencing that during the session, that person is changed. Like
Yes.
you can't go back because you know that there's a greater joy, there's a greater passion.
Yes, that there is so much inside of you
Yeah.
that you was thinking that something was broken with you because you're, especially with Instagram and whole social media thing, you go online and you see all of them are happy and satisfied and they're traveling and doing this and being there and laughing, and then you think like, what's wrong with me? Why I can't be happy? And it's only because you're so like stuffed with your things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you start healing, as I said, like everything starts changing and shifting, and you experience that there is so much inside of you. And that's what I want with this. Like, I want to offer this to as many people as possible,
Yeah.
because it's truly changed the way how you live your life, how you feel about yourself. I'm always positively like surprised
Yeah.
when I meet people who knew me years and years ago, and they're telling me like, Angela, what happened to you? You're a completely different person.
Yeah, that's
From
true.
the shine in your eyes, from the how you look, how you talk, how you're calmer now, more centered. What happened to you? And I'm like, healing happened to me.
Yeah, that's true. Like we met 3 years ago or something like that. We met, and then we met last year, and we met yesterday, and she stayed at our place. And you're like, every time we meet, you're a completely new person in a positive way. Like you're glowing. You're more natural or more connected with yourself.
Definitely more natural. I like that word.
Yeah.
Like more. I am more natural.
Yes.
Before it, I was say that I was like a wounded, lost animal.
Yeah.
If someone attacked me, like let's say that I was, I don't know, a deer.
Yeah.
By the way, deer is my spirit animal. And the wolves attacked me. I was like this deer, lost in my pain and my trauma. I was running through the woods and I didn't know, even if some good, kind people came to me, I was so aggressive and attacking and don't go away from me. That was me before healing.
Yeah.
And now I can say that I'm this recovered deer, or what is the word for the lady deer? I don't know. And I feel like, wow, like I'm like everything is changed. And when you say more natural, it is our nature.
Yes.
To be relaxed, to be open, to be spontaneous, to be funny, to when we hear a good song, even if we're in the middle of the street, that we can start dancing and feeling the music, not thinking, oh, they will look at me, or this is our natural state. And when you went through a lot, this divide you from your authentic true self. Because there are many layers over this true authentic self. And when you start clearing the layers, you're coming closer and closer and closer to your real core, to your true self. And that's the change that people see. They feel it. They don't even need to see. They feel it in your voice, in your way of how you move your body, in a way how your light in your eyes is different. So it's really seeable.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And also another thing that I found truly interesting about the work that you're doing is, like, also when you're going through things like we were talking yesterday and today about, you're honestly expressing yourself. For example, if you're feeling pain or maybe whatever it is, whatever happened, maybe with a relationship or whatever, if you feel it, you're honestly expressing it with us, for example, and you're not complaining, oh, I'm such an... You're honestly expressing yourself, and you say, yeah, I feel pain. It's like, it's not me, but I'm feeling it. And this is what we are missing in society, probably, an honest expression, like not complaining, oh, I feel so bad, but rather...
Yeah, I need to say something on this. What we said moments ago about what I taught you about this, be with your body and say which sensations, because this technique is teaching you to separate yourself from the parts.
Yeah.
And we need to understand that we are multi-layered, we have many parts. It's not Angela and that's it, finished. You have inner child part of you, you have the inner mother part of you that is nurturing, caring, and this inner mother can be nurturing toward you. Let's say I'm going to make a beautiful meal today for myself, or I'm going to nurture my friend. You have the inner father part of you, or inner masculine, that is protective, and you have many parts. And the more you're working with yourself and meeting your inner world, the more parts you're going to get to know. And there is the part of me that's now hurting, because something happened, one connection ended for me yesterday. And there is a part of me that's hurting, but now I'm aware that there is the part of me that's hurting. And that's why I can authentically come to you and say, hey, I'm feeling pain, but I'm not swayed with the pain. Sometimes when we don't know how to separate ourselves from the part that is now in pain, or the part that is angry, or the part that is frustrated, we get consumed by that part. That part, if let's say, if I don't know how much you see, if let's say this part is only this one, if you're observing it and you're being separate from it, you're like seeing, okay, there is my body, my wholeness, and there is the part of me that's hurting. But if you're not aware of that, then this part spreads all over you, it takes over you, and then the person is like, I'm in pain, my relationship ended, this is happening, because you're now consumed by this part of you. But if you can separate yourself from this part of you, you can even offer this part of you, what do you need? I need love. Okay, I will love you. I will love you as long as you need for you to... And I can say that I feel much less of the pain than what I felt yesterday, because I was taking care of this part. Like, yeah, I know you're hurting, I love you, what do you need? And this is also something that we need to learn to get to know ourselves and to get to know our emotions as well. Allow yourself to experience your anger fully sometimes. Not toward other people, but let's say that you do something and you're really making to be angry. Anger is there to show you when your boundaries are being crossed. So there is some value or boundary that you're crossing, and I'm feeling anger. And I always say to my clients, allow yourself to go into the anger fully, but not in a way that I'm going to lash out on you or beat you or something. In a way that you're going to go into your room or your bathroom, you're going to lock yourself, and you're going to step into the anger. You're going to really be like, oh, this motherfucker, I hate him, oh. And you say whatever your anger wants to say. And when this energy goes through you, you then can have the clear mind. And then you can come to your friend and say, you know what? You made me angry because you did this and you crossed my boundary. And then you can have different kind of relationships, not only with partners, but with friends, with family, with yourself, with everyone. If you start honoring your emotions and not trying to stuff them down or do something with them. We usually want to do something with them. No, allow yourself to feel that pain, allow yourself to feel that anger, allow yourself to experience this, and allow that to go through you. And then when they go through you, the cycle is finished, and you can come to your friend or your partner or whatever, and you can communicate differently. So this is also the important part.
Oh, it's so powerful. Like you could start a fight out of emotional reaction, but you rather separate yourself.
Go in your emotion, live it, and then you come back without the emotion, with your clear state of being.
And once you recognize it within you, probably you can recognize it within anyone. And you know, oh, you're going through it. But it's okay, I went through it, I know how it is, how it feels like.
It's also a natural state of being to have all kinds of emotions. And this society, also there is a toxic part of spirituality, new age thing. Think positively, roses and flowers, pinkies, everything is beautiful, unicorns. It's not like that. It's not like that. You can't come to self-love without embodying firstly your self-hate. First you need to accept that you don't love yourself. First you need to accept that you hate yourself. I had the moments of deep healing and work with myself when I was like, I truly hate myself. I hate that I'm acting a certain way. I hate that I'm allowing this person to do this to me. And the more I was embodying this hate, then the self-love emerged naturally. Like, okay, I see that I hate myself, but now I love myself because I can see that there is no point in hating myself anymore. But what we do in this new age thing, we want to jump immediately to this self-love without honoring self-hate. You can't do that. And also for emotions, if you're not allowing yourself to feel this anger, desperation, I don't know, pain or whatever is inside of you, rage, how can sadness and grief are a huge one. I'm seeing over and over that in my clients. They're so afraid of sadness and grief that it will consume them, that they will stay in that state for days and months. But it's not like that.
Okay, so like if they feel sadness, they are afraid of that.
Yes, especially of the grief, of the process where you're grieving over something. Usually people are afraid of this emotion because they feel it will consume them fully. But it won't. And this society really needs to start giving attention to quote-unquote bad emotions. They're not bad. They're there to be experienced. And if you're having this bad emotions inside of you, let's say sadness or depression or something, you can't jump to happiness and peace if you don't go through this in first place. It would be the same if I want the sun to come outside, but I'm not willing to experience the night. I'm not willing to experience the night and sleep, but I want sun. It's not going like that. You need to go in night and to experience the night for you to see the sun and to experience the sun after it. It is the same with healing, with energy, with emotions. We need to go in darkness in order to experience light. We are hiding from darkness, we are hiding from light as well.
Yeah, that's powerful. Because for me, when I feel like certain emotion that I don't want to feel anymore, I like to separate myself. I like to go into nature. I like to be alone so I can recognize what is happening within me.
And that's good.
Yeah.
To spend time with yourself.
Yeah.
To give yourself attention. To speak to yourself. Close your eyes. Find that pain. Acknowledge that pain where it is. And ask the questions. You will get the answers.
Yeah. So that's beautiful.
Yes.
It's so powerful and so important, especially at this time right now. Like everyone is going through it, and we have more time than ever probably if we're at home or whatever is happening. We have time to do that, right?
Now what's coming up to me is like we are talking about manifestation.
Yeah.
We as the collective, we have manifested this.
Yeah.
We have manifested all of this. We allow this to be our reality. Fear, desperation, loneliness, separation, worrying about how we are going to financially survive in this time of COVID and everything. But this is manifestation of all the wounds we are not healing. If people started healing all their wounds, the whole energy of the planet would shift.
Yes.
The whole corona would be gone.
Gone,
eradicated.
Exactly.
But I was also working with corona time, like when corona came, for me it was to heal my relationship with authorities, with people who are above me. I needed to heal my relationship with my fear and with some things, how I need to. So when I was doing the processes of healing that I'm doing with myself and with my clients, in corona I discovered that I have this deep, I hate authority. Who are you to tell me anything? But this was coming from my father, because my father was this authority to me all the time, telling me what to do, how to do, what I can, what I can't, and so on. So corona showed me why I manifested this. I manifested this because of, in my case, my father wound. Maybe in your case it's going to be you had a teacher who was like this, like this authority that you hated so much. And now corona is giving you opportunity to rediscover this hate toward authority, let's say. Or fears. We had so many fears. Fear of my close ones are maybe going to die. Fear of death, fear of illness, fear of financial problems. And that's our shadow being on the surface, and from whole humanity. Our shadows are now on the surface, but people are not understanding what's going on.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been educated on what's actually going on. And what's actually going on right now is all the energies of trauma and repressed emotions and our past, it's here on the surface. And if we were more aware as the collective, we could now all get to healing, all cry the shit out of ourselves, shift the energy, and everything would change literally overnight. In a couple of months, but it would shift rapidly. And slowly we will show them how it works by examples. I really want to be example of how the healing can change your life.
Yeah, and you are. So thank you, Angela. We will finish it here because it's probably it's long, but it's okay. So thank you one more time, Angela. If there is something that you would like to share, like for ending this conversation, something basic that people can start doing, for example, to becoming more self-aware, or to just to know themselves better.
For me, what's coming up, wish upon it. Wish upon it. Like first time when I did it, it was when I started my business. All my traumas were on the surface. I was in freeze mode, and I only wished. I said to the universe, like, there is something wrong with me. Please help me. I can't handle my business. What's happening with me? And then I had the spiral process coming up somewhere. I don't know where it came. So if you feel that it's time for you to start shifting your life, simply wish upon it, and the universe will send you the right teacher, the right tool, the right whatever, and follow your feeling. Like, if you try something and it's not feeling very well, but not in a way that is not only feeling very well, you need to follow your intuition and to try different tools. What helped me maybe won't help you, but it's for you to really wish upon it. Like, I really want to heal and change and manifest different life, so start with the desire.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So let me could you explain just the last thing, what for you is the definition of self-love?
Of self-love,
Yeah.
for me, is the definition of not giving up on yourself. Maybe you got the shitstorm or whatever happened to you, but it's not giving up on you.
Yeah.
And it's constantly being there for yourself and working with yourself. For me, that's the self-love.
Yeah.
For me, it's not self-love, okay, I fully accept myself and that's it. No, the self-love is constantly working on yourself and improving yourself, because we are really infinite beings with infinite potential, and that's for me self-love, the work on yourself.
Yeah, that's powerful. Great. So this is it, my friends. We will finish it here. One more time, if you would like to check up on Angela, go and check out her Instagram, Inner Child Healing.
Yes, and feel free to send me messages and questions, and I would gladly help you with whatever I can.
Yeah, is there any other way they can find you, or just Instagram?
Right now it's only Instagram.
Okay, emails maybe, or just Instagram?
Yeah, I can leave you an email as well.
Okay, we will leave it in the section below.
And ask the questions in the comments. I'm going to be there as well.
Yeah, write in the comments anything that you're interested about Angela, or maybe we can do it together in the future, so let us know what you think about it. And let us know what you think about this new way of sharing the message with you, because it's a completely new way.
Thank you,
So,
guys.
yes, have a beautiful day like always. I'm sending you love, blessings, and power. Enjoy your time, and
don't give up on yourself.
Yes, that's it. Thank you one more time, and have a beautiful day.
Bye.
One love.